No worries. Where are you flying to, please? Tenerife. From which cabin are you flying in? Club Europe. Okay, come around here now. Come and join the club car. Slide in the spare, please. Thank you.
Take it out then. Put it in my bag. So do your hair then. Olivia's going to tell you off. Yeah. Brenda said he's a little bit easy, so
Now that you know why I'm leaving, and your mom's yelling out that she hopes I don't come back. Of course she would say that. Don't forget what I told you about your demons. They're just thoughts in your head while you sleep, no more than that. Now fetch my duffel bag. If my ride ain't here, then it's coming. I can feel it not so far away. And I know you're angry, youngin'. Dry your eyes up, or you won't see big dog walking away. Now if you think I'm chasing the seasons like a van is someplace to be, I'm your stepdad. And I know they say I'm scheming and leaving, dreaming my life away. But if you see my name in the headlines and they're all pissing on me, I'm your stepdad. And I know they say I'm frail and broken, but you can't treat your mom that way. I tell you how I got to Memphis. Saw your mom on a TV show and that was that. Both my bags were packed. I could put you to sleep just by reading, or turn a living room into an avalanche. I love to make you laugh. If the pipes ain't here, then they're coming. I can hear the flashes blast away. And I know you're tired, youngin'. Time to wise up, or you won't see what your dad does for pay. Now if you think I'm chasing the seasons like a van is someplace to be, I'm your stepdad. And I know they say I'm scheming and leaving, dreaming my life away. But if you see my name in the headlines and they're all pissing on me, I'm your stepdad. And I know they say I'm frail and broken, but you can't treat your mom that way. When I got home from Time Road, she looked at me with eyes as if sick. Just taking care of business. Yeah, just taking care of business. When she sees me above the house in the fourth and oh, she yells, I hear her say, just taking care of business. It just taking care of business. And by the dam below the house with the yellow pubs, oh, she ties it up around. Just taking care of business.
If you're a web designer, here are
Just taking care of business. And when we kiss, I feel her smile, and then she stops. Oh, she stops and looks at me. Just taking care of business.
It's just because they're things. I just want a bunch of interactions with people because their interactions are gratifying and low. And the problem is, we're talking about technology today and the terrible things. Technology is increasing exponentially. We will live within our lifetime where there will be huge swaths, if not a majority of people, who are in relationships with non-humans, with like AIs or with robotics. And that is going to more and more, as it becomes more sophisticated, replace for ideas of convenience. Here's the truth that people don't want to talk about. A relationship's hard. It's hard to be a woman and give yourself to a man. It's hard to be a man and be a provider for a woman. It's hard to develop those relations. It is convenient to just do hookup culture. It will be convenient to use technology more and more in the future. And we'll see people become more and more isolated. So not only will you see those community interactions, I mean, also, if you ever get a chance to talk to a teenager in person, it's astounding most of the time. They don't know how to interact with a person face to face. They don't. They don't know. Like, it blows my mind. And I'm 40. I'm almost 40. So I remember I was around when like instant messenger first came out, but I didn't use it. The bulk of my interactions were, hey, we're all going to the bowling alley. The guys and girls are going to be there. We're going to have fun, whatever. I see my sister, it's 20 years younger than me. Like, her friends are like, oh, my friend in Dallas, my friend in California. Like, they rarely have ever met face to face. And those interactions are going to be quite different than what we would think of what a healthy interaction was face to face in the past.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the new public sphere too. And by the way, there's horror on the horizon. Not to blackball anyone, but the fact that in our lifetime you'll be able to put on a helmet and basically time travel virtually. Like, not just travel a place. That's first. You want to go to here, you want to go there. It's almost a complete mirror world of this place. It gets so real. You could smell it. You could feel things. Obviously, that's going to be taken over by a demonic force. That's my opinion. But to add on to Rob's position here is that that'll further atomize people and make it not a necessity to even have a family.
Today is fine day in California. Huh? True.
Kid! I'm about to get anti-Semitic! Now I'm anti-Semitic.
Don't worry, I'm just kidding. I'm 3 times anti-Semitic now. Fuck it, I'm 100% anti-Semitic now. I've done it. I've reached comedy gold levels of anti-Semitic.
First class 7. And your 7B, sir. Any carry-on luggage?
Just him. Open your mouth again, and I'll nail it shut.
You must fasten your seatbelt, sir.
Thank you. Could I have a blanket and a pillow, please?
Sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now preparing for departure. Would you please make sure that all your carry-on luggage is safely stored in the overhead compartments? Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and extinguish all cigarettes. Once we reach our cruising altitude, we're going to be serving our complimentary beverages, and then a little later on our dinner. Shortly after that, we'll be showing our feature film. Your flight attendants are Susan and Lance, and I'm Vicky. We're here to make your trip as comfortable as possible. Thank you and have a safe and enjoyable flight.
Excuse me, how long is the flight?
We land in Valverde in exactly 11 hours.
Thank you. And do me a favor. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Right, please? Thank you. Sir, during takeoff, you must remain seated.
I'm 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔.
Flight attendants, we got the flight at the right for we appreciate all the passengers coming on British Airlines Flight 112 to London Heathrow. Flight attendant will be going out shortly, everything prepared to get going over here, so appreciate the patience. Flight attendants, get ready for takeoff.
Give a farmer seeds and he'll create food. Give a musician a melody and he'll create music. Give a soldier an enemy and he'll create nothing. He only destroys, kills. I wonder if God watches the events that unfurl when men take up arms against men. And I'm afraid that when I die, God will care about the things I've done. But I think I'm more afraid that he won't. That he'll sit there, picking his nails, barely able to summon the energy to judge me. Because what then? What if bad men aren't judged fairly? People tell me to fear. There comes a point where you've done such awful things that you have to wonder
reality and all the rest of it. To me, I see it as a kind of escape. And when you look at the world that these folks envision, the likes of Bill Gates and others, like Bill Gates talked about how, you know, a lot of people rightly say that we are automating white collar work and white collar jobs. And yes, we're doing that, but we're not too far off from robotically mimicking blue collar jobs as well. And so imagine an economy where both blue collar and white collar jobs are automated and roboticized. Well, where does that leave the average Joe if he doesn't have any purpose in life?
Yes.
And so what they're
Go ahead,
doing
sir.
is they're envisioning and building a world where there is no real need for man to work, and so he just kind of is resorted to vice and games and virtual reality and drugs and things of this nature. And again, I'm not trying to black pill anyone either. I myself am very much a white pill guy because I believe in Christ. But you can't help but see a lot of the things that they're doing, and it makes you wonder.
Yeah, it's going to sell devices entirely. And also, what is this trend toward replacing us with technology, or replacing technology, right? Replacing us with technology. And then I was thinking about this the other day, how the further we go to replacing our function with technology, right? Because technology has been our medium for our purpose. I see that there's a trend of where technology starts advocating the purpose. Technology, AI, starts prescribing the purpose, and then humans become their medium, like it reverses. That's a black pill.
Yes.
But the thing is, you'd have to sell it through some sort of vice system. Ultimately, why? Because we're ultimately in a spiritual war. So whatever utility we're given, or convenience we're given, or like Chad said, whatever technology provides as a vice, as an escape, as some sort of deviance, here, take this, take the apple, right? We're always going to be dealing with, well, that's not fulfilling. That's one thing we know. That's the white pill right there. We know that it's not fulfilling, and it kind of leads to spiritual death. And so there's always, I'm glad, Chad, you said, there's nothing new under the sun, because whatever the worst category of thing that you think of, as soon as we're aware and we're reminded that it's a spiritual war, there's a remedy, there's an alternative, because you don't fix material problems with material solutions. And so
How you doing, folks? Nick Street Fridays. I hope your Friday's going well so far. We are flying out of JFK International on our way in an international flight all the way to London Heathrow International, flying British Airways today. Should be a nice flight. Over the pond, no real weather, but a couple things to talk about. Appreciate you tuning in, flying Nick Stream Fridays. Appreciate that, folks. Kick back and relax. You're flying Nick Stream. Watching Hake right now, I imagine. It's pretty nice. You know, we got some things to get into. There's not a lot going on. I don't know about news, but I got some interesting things that you might enjoy. I've been saving them for Friday. What can I say? Let's get on up there. Cruising altitude, open up the phone lines, and do our thing. Kick back and relax. Absolutely beautiful, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we're on our way to London. We're on our way to London. It should be a nice international flight over the pond here. You know, it's a long one. And with the A320neo that we're flying right now, it doesn't usually have the fuel for that unless you fill it all the way up and you know, you don't have that much payload, aka y'all, aka souls on board. That's our payload. We're in a passenger plane. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of magic. A little bit of magic will take us there. But we're doing international. We're going international, okay? I wanted to fly a little British Airways. Did I even have a reason? Nah, not really. I do want to talk about the Europeans today. A little bit. There's something I've been saving, and I don't know when I was going to show you, how I was going to show you, but a flight to Europe maybe is the perfect excuse. It's totally insane. It's silly. It's not news. It's just, what the heck is Nick? What does Nick do with his time and mind? The things he knows, what's in his brain. Horrible things, you'll come to find. Horrific things. Flying over New York. On our way to London Heathrow International. And I am live on DLive, Rumble, and Twitch. Appreciate everybody. Let me open up everything here so that I'm not missing anything. Because we're chilling today. We're going to take it easy. We're taking her easy. So what the heck is Hake even talking about? Y'all know he has apologies about the mic there. Hold on. You guys know he has an appearance, right? I'm sure you all know. You were watching. On your screens. Oh, hold on. Immersion broken. You're not on the ground, you're in the air. And it's not nighttime, it's daytime. Immersion broken. But what the heck are they talking about?
Just know
I heard
that
𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒂𝒎 was spitting.
always available.
I haven't heard Hake talk once every time I tune in.
Yeah, and I couldn't. I think that you and Chad both nailed it. First off, if you're black pill, this is something I deal with a lot. I talk
So
about.
they're talking about things, okay? Support the stream. Go like it. Go chat in the chat. Say what's up, Hake. We're haking it up in the chat. So very cool, over there, and made by Jim Bob. Made by Jim Bob. Let me say hello to the folks. What's up, folks? This is your captain speaking, the American Anchor Baby. You're a little quiet. You know, I keep turning this crap up. I think I need a different setup here. Okay. Testing. Let's bring that up even higher. You gotta understand, I got it maxed out. Yeah, I know something's wrong because I have it maxed out. And I'm using a little trick to go above the max. Test. That might be better. Testing. Test. Ooh, that might be too loud. So I know something's up. Anyways, folks, how you doing? I love British cuisine. Grease fortified with sugar. Let me know if this is better or if it's too loud. Speaking of British cuisine. You know, what's there? You know what there... Isn't there... didn't we learn in the VR world the British national dish is chicken tikka? Chicken tikka masala. Chicken tikka. When you think of British food, you're probably thinking of stereotypes like mushy peas or bangers and mash. You ever had bangers and mash? What's bangers and mash? However, the folks across the pond overwhelmingly voted chicken tikka masala as England's national dish. Just so you know. I love a good tikka. Nothing wrong with a little biryani and some tikka, chicken tikka. Look, I have my, I don't know if you all know, I have my qualms with slop food and slop food cultures. But some of these masses of brown and yellow are kind of good. Some of those Indian masses of brown and yellow are kind of good. I'm talking ish. Okay, shout out to the Indians in the chat. I'm just messing around. Okay. I've thought about Indian food. Some of it is kind of junky. You know, it's the land of spices. I'm just, I guess, going off the top on Indian food. Where are we flying? We're on our way to London. London Heathrow International. We're going international. Terry, how you doing? But we're talking about tikka. We might have to turn on the magic, by the way. We might have to turn on the magic boosters that'll get us there quicker. Because it'll be a 7-hour flight otherwise. Activating thrusters. Wait, did we do it? Thrusters activated. Whoa, we are flying way too fast. Folks, hold on. We're trying to get over the pond as quick as we can. As you can see, we are now flying very quick. You may have felt a lurch. Whoa. We got to calm things down. Something's going on. Okay, you may be feeling a lurch. It's okay. We are just getting up to our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet, much quicker than normal. Everybody calm down. Full blown, we're going faster. We got to get across. Whoa. We might have to slow this down. Okay, slow down. Slow down. It's okay, folks. Calm down. I'm going to get it under control. We're getting this under control. We got Okay, and we got our hands on the stick. Speed brakes are off. We are okay, that was look, folks, I was just trying to get us there faster, okay? My bad. See, the problem was I turned the boosters on at the wrong time. See, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Everybody okay? Everybody okay? I think we're okay, right? We are now at 37,000 feet, folks. Appreciate it. Glad you had your seatbelts on. Good thing you had your seatbelts on. We are now at 37,000 feet. You know what that means. That means you can call in 760-515-3855. If you want to call into the air phone, we got to welcome some people. Hey, don't worry. Calm down. You had your seatbelts on. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. But, you know, now that we are up at 37,000 feet, you can call in 760-515-3855. And let's welcome a couple of people here. We do have... We're very thankful. Okay, ladies, flight attendants, let me know. Is it ready? Let me know. Is it... Are we good to go? Okay, I'm getting the green light that we are good to go. I am, in fact, getting the green light that we are good to go. I sound like Dr. Umar right now, repeating everything I say. I am on a plane next to snow bunnies. I am on a plane next to the snow bunnies. It is a snowstorm in this plane right now. There is a snowstorm in... You know who I'm talking about, right? I'm not... You guys are just... I'm just yelling like a crazy person. I'm doing a Dr. Umar impression. Anyways. You know what's coming. Ballers Lounge is clean, open, and ready for all ballers. Ballers alert. Calling all ballers. I repeat, calling all ballers. You can sit in the Ballers Lounge. Thank you for that. Thank you for supporting the flight and the stream. I'm amazed. Thank you so much, actually. Santino, gotta fly in the Ballers Lounge. Appreciate that, sir. I do appreciate it. Okay, we are falling out of the sky. We are falling out of the sky. Let's see what's going on here. What do I Google? What do I gotta Google? Is the computer wrong? We're speeding up. Everything's good. Oh. Looks like everything's good. Okay. We are now speeding up. We were losing speed and altitude there. I don't even know why. Which is probably concerning. I have no clue why. We are now climbing way beyond our cruising altitude. I don't want to do that. See, I shouldn't be so confused by my own plane at these heights. Pardon the pun. At these heights of my career. Now what? Oh, well, there you go. There you go. We just had to turn the autopilot on. All right. And now we are on our way, beautifully, on our way to London, Heathrow International. Okay. Explains why we weren't on the flight path. Anyways, wild times on British Airways. But we are flying beautifully. How you doing, Reese, Air Marshal Lord Bibby, Mr. Man Santino, everything, Santino, who is in the Ballers Lounge, everything is fake. Kelechi, Aguocha. What's up, Terry, stand up. Base Patriot Frog. Lord Spike Proti, Christopher Withers. How you doing, Sion? Appreciate it. The plane is flying fast, you know. I was using the magic earlier. As you know, we're flying to London. And I'm using magical powers here to get us there faster. And, you know, when you're using magic as powerful as this, things can go crazy, okay? As you saw. Things can be a little crazy. But I think we're okay. Do you think we could boost it more? Are we falling out of the sky again? Are we oscillating in the sky? No, we're not. See, I don't like this. This is scary. We're losing speed. Okay, you know what? I think this is fine. Some weather ahead. Oh, look at that. The radar's working. We got some weather ahead. And you think I could boost it? You think I could boost the magic power, the magic engines, maybe one more level? I mean, we got to get across the pond here. We got to get all the way to London. It's a 7-hour flight. Think we could go even further beyond one step? Let's see if it doesn't make it all crazy. Activating. To go further beyond. There we go. Don't worry. You may look. It may look like it's shaking. Okay, we gotta go slower. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Deactivating the boosters. Okay. Don't worry. I got a plan B. I got a different kind of magic that'll get us there faster as well. We're not messing with the magic afterburners anymore. Clearly, the plane doesn't like it. So don't worry. I got another trick up my sleeve to get us to London there. Okay, let's just calm the whole thing down here. No magic afterburners. Well, let's reactivate the chemtrails here. Chemtrails reactivated. And let's just keep it. Look, I got another trick up my sleeves. Don't worry. But yeah, we're going London. Get ourselves some chicken tikka masala. I was saying, what was I saying about Indian food? You know, it's the land of spice. It's so they have so much variety of spices, but they overdo it. Like they just put it on everything, and it's a little junky sometimes. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. But there's some good Indian food. We're going to London though. The British. What's there? What is bangers and mash, anyways? Bangers and mash. Bangers and. Whoa. I'm sorry. You may have seen my eyes and my jaw drop and my eyes go wide because I'm now realizing that bangers and mash is at least in the family, in the ballpark of hot dog sausage related food. And obviously we're interested. This is family. This is family. This is glizzes and mash, bangers and mash. That's cool. Right on, London. You know, they say the English eat funny. They say they eat funny. Who wants an English breakfast? Come on, guys. This is... Why do people say that it's nasty food? Wouldn't you want to do an eating challenge like this?
Spaghetti Junction, which sounded really...
A little bangers and mash? Imagine being a competitive food person. Like, you know, he says on his off... I've seen him talk, and he says on his off days, he just drinks green tea. So that, you know, you got to train for these things. So you got hash brown, you got beans. I like those beans. Okay, I'm not against those beans. White toast, eggs.
8 minutes. This could be a close one.
Maybe some blood sausage. I don't see it on the plate. Oh, maybe that's what that hunk of charcoal-looking stuff is. Maybe that's the blood sausage.
Fried bread, toast, sausage.
It's
bacon,
not that
eggs,
bad.
Tomatoes, black pudding.
British
usual
cuisine.
fare.
Why are you putting it in? Why are you putting that in parentheses, Lord Spike Protein? Why are you laughing at British cuisine like, oh, cuisine? You mean the people who colonized the world and brought spices everywhere? I'm just saying. But I guess what did the British do? What did the English do with their Silk Road and their spice trade? This is what they've done with it. I'm talking like as if I dislike it. I mean, I gotta say, 80% of this is pretty good.
Browns too. So yeah, without further ado, it's 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 and this is the PB challenge. It's £12.50, which is
£12.50, mate.
Given the quality of the breakfast, I really enjoyed this. If you finish it in 30 minutes, you get it on the house and you photograph on the Wall of Fame. And yeah, it's pretty much 6 of everything you'd find on a regular fry-up.
This is going to satisfy a lot of people because people always ask me to get a hot plate.
These people are long gone, Nit. No more Brits in Britain. Yeah, I wonder, when did this chicken tikka masala vote go down? When did the English vote chicken tikka masala as their dish? 2001? Yeah, I don't know. The popular Indian takeaway, in 2001, the Foreign Secretary Robin Cook. It was Robin Cook. This guy? This guy made chicken tikka masala. You know, I'm talking ish, but I kind of like chicken tikka masala. I don't know if it's the Britons. And I'll say another thing. Even if we come to find that it was a modern development that the British chose chicken tikka as their national dish, I'd say although probably due to diversity, somewhere in there, you could still be proud. You know, India and Britain, that's a powerful link, historical link there. You know, they have a, some say maybe negative link. Some may have a negative feelings about Britain when thinking about them. Oh, they oppressed, they colonized. But they're very closely related, right? So I think there could still be some nationalist pride with chicken tikka as the national dish here. You know what I'm saying? I was going to say, you know, I want, let's keep it on food a little bit. I want to talk about something incredible you don't know about. This is all leading up to the Europeans and an incredible eating practice that you might not know about.
Excuse me? Sorry? Yeah, I can smell that. Do you mind eating that somewhere else? I'm fasting.
That's not my concern.
Yeah, but I'm fasting though.
So why are you out?
What do you mean why am I out?
If you're fasting, you should be indoors.
Should be indoors. What accent is that? If you're fasting, you should be indoors. Is it like English and Caribbean?
Indoors.
Yeah, but
I'm eating my lunch.
I heard Indian food is spicy to cover up the flavor of rancid meat. Carver, where did you hear that? I need sources. I'm collecting information and facts for reasons.
You come and disturb me.
Yeah,
What for?
yeah, but I can smell it.
So what? It's food. Of course you're gonna smell it.
Yeah, but can you not just wait until you like get off the
Please,
bus?
don't tell me what to do. You're fasting. Stay indoors and don't come and bother nobody on the bus.
No, but
it's Ramadan.
I'm just saying.
I'm eating my lunch.
Yeah, but
what's your problem?
I'm eating my lunch. I think that is like is it Caribbean? Kind of Caribbean? Jamaican?
Upstairs.
Yep.
Upstairs.
Do you think you should have manners and not eat inside the
Go
bus?
downstairs and leave me alone. It's my lunch.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm fasting and I can smell it.
That's your business. Stay indoors.
What do you mean stay indoors? I need to
When
go
I
out and see
fast, I don't.
It's a if you haven't gathered, it's a Muslim man. He's filming a black woman on the bus. Hold on. I'm trying to find something here.
Hello, my friend.
I'm trying to find something here. Hold on. Yeah, black woman on the bus. She's eating food. I wonder what could she eating chicken tikka? Why is it so smelly that you can smell it on the bus? Well, I guess food is smellier than I once thought. Okay, that might require some explanation. I just didn't think food smelled like that. Like I bring food into a room, and everyone can smell it, even if it's like a sandwich. Anyway, let's move on. She's eating maybe chicken tikka masala, unconfirmed, on the bus, and a Muslim man is saying it's Ramadan. You can't have some. Can you not eat that? I'm fasting.
Leave me alone. It's my lunch.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm fasting.
He's incredulous.
That's your business. Stay indoors.
What do you mean stay indoors? I need to
When
go out
I
and see
fast,
this
I don't go out. Stay indoors, read your Bible, and keep quiet.
Well, first of all, read the Bible.
Damn.
Second, do you know how I feel? You know I haven't eaten since 5 a.m.
Do you know how I feel? That's a Muslim. That's what Muslims sound. That's what a Muslim sound like now. Do you know how I feel?
Go home. Break your fast early.
No, don't you dare say something like
Break
that.
your fast early.
What do you mean break my fast early? If you're still eating, the thing is, it smells.
It's lovely.
The thing is, it smells.
I'm sure it is, but it's.
You want some?
You want
You
some?
want some?
Are you being serious?
Yes, I'm happy to share.
After what I've just.
I'm happy to share somebody because you
Happy.
clearly
She's
hungry.
happy to share. Happy to share. Do y'all have Jamaican beef patties? Up in England? Up in London? You know, I can't find any. There's one place around here. It's all tacos out here. And I'm down with the tacos, okay? I've been hankering. I've had a grumbling that only Jamaican beef patties can satiate. You know that this is not a singular phenomena. What am I saying here? This is not an isolated incident. Look, there was a bullying incident. Ramadan bullying. Rampant Ramadan bullying. The intimidation game, Sky News is calling it. I wonder, is it anything like the hookup, the knockout game? Where is this? English intimidated.
What you're about to see is not so much a history.
Daily Wire ad. We'll get to you. No, I'm joking. That was a joke.
Back. Joining me now is international relevant.
No,
now,
I don't care about all this. Thank you, Sky News. I want to see this bully. I
Hello,
want
my
to see this man
friends.
get bullied. I want to see this Englishman get bullied. For Ramadan. Oh, here he is. Englishman bullied by Mohammedans at his workplace. I don't know if that's a real term.
Look at this kuffar. Everybody's on Ramadan.
I know, I actually feel bad for eating.
And this guy's,
I'm going to have to put this away, ain't I?
this guy's stuffing
This guy, he actually feels bad.
his face.
He's stuffing his face.
This guy he just sat here stuffing his face.
Yeah, same. Everything is fake. A Muslim man, that might be true what you're saying. I don't think this behavior is typical of Muslims, to be honest. Just some idiots. I think that's fair because I went to school. Grew up many years around Muslims. No one's ever told me to put my food away. It's Ramadan. But this spirit, okay, even though this don't put your food away, it's Ramadan, they don't do that. They really are. I think their cohabitable quotient on the Muslims is a little higher than most, I think. Anyways, what I'm saying here is the spirit, though. This entitlement spirit, where you move out the way because we're in the way, we're here. That exists even in the most. Anyways, Englishman, you gotta appreciate the black woman here though a little bit. And I wonder if it's, I don't know if it's just because of anger. So they're quicker to maybe react in this way. But you know what I'm saying by appreciate? Because you see the difference in the reaction here. This Englishman's getting bullied. Hold on, let me turn on the fan. Let me know if that fan is loud. But I'm burning up over here. But we shouldn't be angry though. See, that's a mistake. You might even appreciate this black woman a little bit, like right on. And although there's something about this unafraid to just confront this that I appreciate. We can't be angry, right? And I'm noticing blacks are responding to some of these things and whites are appreciating it. Like I'm seeing them, for example, going off on the Jews even. Like, we're not going to take it no more. We're Israelites. And I'm seeing some white people go like, right on, man. You got to appreciate that in the blacks. There's something about that to appreciate, but we cannot be angry. We cannot respond in anger. And you know this, I'm just telling you something you know, but it's so important, especially today, more and more. You're making the same mistake. You cannot win. You cannot win with anger. You will be taken over by the Muslims if you are angry at them. You will be taken over. It sounds like a bad cable. I think it's a busted fan. A little blasting is enough. I think I feel a little better there. But yes, on our way to London, like I said. London. What can I say about the English here? It's Ramadan. There's something I appreciate about the Englishman though, and him being considerate even. I know it's like a misuse of it maybe. I can't even say this is exactly bad, this one, because maybe this is just his coworker and he just really is being considerate. What's wrong with that? And there's something I like about that in the British and maybe white people. It may have turned into when you go at the macro level, it may have turned into a cancerous growth. I'm so charitable. I'm going to give away my whole country. And that's not love. Let's be real. That's not even love. That is a shallow, upside down perversion of love. you're hurting those people, actually. The people you're giving stuff to, showing your fake love to. Anyways, but there's something I like about that. You know, there's being considerate. They have these stereotypes for different peoples. Out of all the stereotypes to have, right?
I know, I actually feel bad for eating.
I feel bad for eating.
I'm going to have to put this away, aren't I?
This guy's stuffing his face.
It's consideration, but you see that its source is just a perversion of something that's actually kind of appreciate. I don't know, something maybe I just appreciate by myself. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just the only one.
This guy just sat here stuffing his face.
I feel bad now, mate. No, this is too far though. I'd eat my lunch. Just tell him, hey, I don't know, don't be Muslim. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Find Jesus. But you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm gonna eat my spaghetti. I'm gonna eat my bangers and mash. And you could be a Muslim, or you could find Jesus. Those are your options. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, folks? Appreciate that. Nice. Uh-oh. Bangers and mash.
Call from
from Ohio.
Has brought out a call. In fact,
to accept, press
hold
1.
I think this is not just any call.
At any time,
I
you
got
may
a
press
caller
star
on
to
the
join
air.
the
Your
call.
name? Wait, hold on. Caller. Wait, call me back. Something happened here. I don't know what happened. Call me back. I pressed 1. Call me back. Call me back. You know what? Flight attendants. I want a little bangers and mash at this point. Please. But yeah, call me back. Not sure what happened there. I'll be quicker on the draw there. You know what I mean? So where were we? London. Not yet. Not in London just yet, but I was telling you about Ramadan. What else? Ramadan, because we're on our way to London. We're going to go see these Europeans. And, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Hold on. Nip broke it. No. Call me back. Not sure. I pressed 1 there. Not sure what happened there. Uh-oh. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
This is Art from Ohio. What's up with Nicky Nick, baby?
Wow. Art from Ohio. Thank you, sir. You're on the air. What a pleasure. How you been, man? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Nick, why you do me like that, man?
Do you like what?
You supposed to be brothers, man.
What have I done?
You hung up on me. You know you did that on purpose. I'm like, I actually didn't hit 3.
How you been, sir?
I've been all right. How you been?
No complaints, man. No complaints. Still flying the plane. And Bond is doing its thing, you know, rocking and rolling day by day. You know what I'm saying? Already out. Yeah, that's right. He's back. How you doing? Sorry, I'm just commenting on the chat.
Nah, you good. You good.
Welcome
Nick,
back, sir.
So you said that the white British dude, that's considerate of him to put his food up.
It can be, don't you think? Isn't there a time? Don't you think it can be?
I think not.
Let's say you were fasting.
No.
Let's say you were fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you were, and has nothing to do with. There's nothing to do with Muslim here. It's just there's no foreigners. It's just an American and an American anchor baby, and you're fasting, and you ask me nicely, hey, you know what? Can you maybe eat somewhere else? Da da da. I could, if I wanted to, be considerate and be like, yeah, sure,
Mm-hmm.
Art, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be considerate.
Well, I mean, let's think about this though. I mean, I could be considered and go somewhere else. You know what I mean? But if the break room was made for you to come in there and take your break while you on work or whatnot, so you ain't roaming your job hallways and you can sit down or whatnot.
Absolutely.
Why should I have to leave the break room and leave the break room from eating my food when that's what it's for? Let alone I'm hungry. Just because you fasting or whatnot, you a Muslim, you a Christian, or you going on your Jenny Craig diet or something. You know what I mean? You trying to lose some Lizzo type weight. You feel me?
Absolutely. I don't think you're wrong. I think you're asking too much of someone. I think you should be able to eat in the break room. That's where you eat your lunch.
Everybody don't fast.
If I want to, it's another thing. But yeah, that's asking too much, I think.
Yeah. Well, check this out. My thing is this. You fasting and you don't want to smell the food, you should leave.
Big time.
And
I think that's the truly considerate thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because why would you? I'm at this point. I'm like, why would you even open your mouth up to tell that to somebody? You know what I mean? Like, my thing is this: if you feeling like that and you can't hold your mouth from, telling somebody to eat their food, then you just probably need to stay home. That shows a lack of control.
You know what I
mean?
Big time. You know what be even more considerate, next level considerate, would be for those Muslims to realize they're in Britain. Kind of thing. You know what I mean? A way bigger kind of consideration here. Yeah. You know what? Although it's changing, although it's maybe silly to even say, feels silly to even say, this is not a Muslim country. They should have that kind of consideration. Yeah,
and I ain't never heard no Christians or any other faith. I ain't never this. I mean, they breaking the glass ceiling with this. I ain't never heard nobody say in a public place or whatnot that I got into a confrontation with somebody because they told me they were fasting and they wanted me to stop. This is some new stuff right here, and it kind of show you how that person thinks. And even their what's it called? Their faith in what they believe in or whatnot, how they think that. All I'm getting from it is I don't even want to say that word, entitlement. You feel like you have the right to where you can tell somebody something stupid like that.
Yeah, I think it really is entitlement, and if I could say, the way I really see it is, I don't think most Muslims are even acting like that. But this is a consequence of such a large amount of those people and such a huge change in the demographics of Britain. Yeah. This is just a consequence of that event. You're going to eventually have, once the percentages get large enough, you're going to have some sliver of that be some of this. And to just go further, to be honest though, although it might be somewhat rare, and this is a consequence of just that large enough demographic of Muslims being in there. At the same time, though, I think that mentality, levels of that entitled mentality exists even amongst the so-called good majority of Muslims, and really foreigners in in America as well. You see what I'm saying? There's levels of that, although they may not fully feel entitled and justified and going right up to a white person saying, hey, or otherwise, and saying, hey, you shouldn't eat that, it's Ramadan. They may not go that far, but on some level, they a large amount of those people, in my opinion, share a level of that. Yeah.
Well, I look at it, and I agree with you on a lot of what you were saying, or I think I agree with you on everything you said. I just look at it like this: it's a small fire that is about to turn into a big fire, to where you about to start seeing a lot more of this or whatnot. And even, I don't know if you remember, it was a while ago, I was on the Hake Reporter. Yeah, I think it definitely was the Hake Report. Shout out to Hake or whatnot.
Nice.
And I was saying, when I was in jail or whatnot, when you go into a tank where they hold the inmates or whatnot, they tend to equal everybody out. They don't put too many blacks in the one tank. They even them out because they know if you put too many blacks and all, you put 10 blacks in the tank or in a pod, and it's only 2 whites, that they gonna basically bully the whites.
It's just like a known thing.
It's a known thing. It's a factual, known for sure thing. Definitely. You can ask any inmate or somebody that's been in that type of environment. If I'm telling you. But going back,
I definitely know about the racial kind of lines that are drawn in prison.
Yeah. So check this out. So going back on what you're saying, yeah, it's a culture shock because a lot of this stuff is being from them just letting immigration flood over, and naturally the society is going to reject it, but you're going to start seeing more of it as the years go on. As long as they keep letting the immigration or whatnot go on in Britain and America, once you see these demographic of people outnumber the whites and outnumber the Negroes or whatnot, they're going to start feeling themselves. Just like I was saying about the tanks and stuff, in the jails or whatnot, the holding tanks or whatnot, that they going to start basically, when they was quiet about things, they're going to start speaking up. Let's not even say speaking up, they're going to start getting more rowdy. You know what I mean? And this is the microcosm of so if he's this dude right here coming out and saying, oh, you shouldn't be eating on the bus or at work because this is Ramadan. How do you feel? I wouldn't even know what a Ramadan is.
Rama,
you
what?
See what I'm saying? You telling me? Yeah.
Rama who? Who's that? I'd be like Jesse.
Exactly. Exactly. So even with that or whatnot, this is, you know how we talk about certain things and you might take it to your job or something. Long story short, this is something that they've been talking about. And this is coming out. This is something they talk about amongst Muslims. Oh, I don't appreciate how they eat their food. They don't care about. Well, next time I'm gonna stand up and say something. This is what they talk about amongst their friends, and this is now you starting to see it. You starting to see it come out. Just like you don't have friends when you was growing up, to where you and another friend might have been talking about something that the other friend did or something. So then when you and the other friend get into it, you bring up what you and the other friend was talking about, and the one friend like, well, hold up.
Yeah.
You must have been feeling like this or whatnot the whole time, not knowing that you and the other friend was talking about the BS that you did, and it just happened to come out when me and you got into an argument. I don't know if you follow me on that.
And you let it. No, I'm following because you keep that contempt, and it affects how you interact with people, and it becomes your story. You're like, that's a racist. It becomes your story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is that that's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah, it seeps out. Like me and you might have talked about something.
That's literally the experience of all people. And if you don't overcome like that, well, the thoughts and the daily story that stings you, it gets ingrained into you. It gets etched into you, and so now you react to life like that the same way every time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hey man, what's up? So what you think about the down there at the border with the border with not where they was taking over the National Guard? Not national. Is it National Guard? Where they were storming the thing, taking over the National Guard. How do you feel? What
happened?
Think about that?
Is this something that happened recently? Border National Guard?
Yeah.
They fight with the. I may have heard of this. It seems like so much has been going on down there that Texas charges 70 additional illegal migrants for allegedly storming the border. Oh wow! No, this is super recent. Yeah, 3 hours ago, Daily Caller, Texas charges. 70 illegal migrants who allegedly participated in pushing them through the National Guard. Man, I don't know what to say. But these people, there's only one explanation is they're emboldened. They know that nothing would happen to them. They know there's no consequence to what they're doing. So what can I tell you? And to push against the armed people here. These are armed soldiers of America and nothing happens to you, and I don't want anything to happen. I'm not calling for anything to happen, but to push past armed people, military people from America, and nothing happens to you is a bad look. Is a bad look.
Well, not even you might as well not even have them out there then.
Yeah.
At all. And I end up seeing everything flipping back around or whatnot. You know, I see that when Trump get in office, he's gonna handle and take care of that 2024 or whatnot. As far as with that border or whatnot, he's definitely gonna take care of it or whatnot.
It's definitely one of his top things.
Huh?
It's definitely one of his top things. It's just the right thing to do.
Well, I mean, I think it's a top thing for a lot of Americans or whatnot. You know, you want to protect your house,
big time.
And I'm gonna leave that. That's gonna be one of my predictions or whatnot. You know, I've been hitting on my predictions or whatnot. Anybody in the chat think that my predictions be off? Just remind me of what prediction I said that wasn't right. Long story short, one more thing, I'm gonna get up off here.
No problem. Thank you, Art.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You rushing me off?
Not rushing you off. I'm thanking you for your call, but go ahead. No, please go ahead. Not at all.
So it was I need a chat to help me. It was a lady, a CEO down there in Texas or whatnot, somewhere in Texas. She was driving a Tesla, and it ran off into a pond or something like that around her house, and she drowned in the car or whatnot. So
and was she?
From what,
you're talking about Angela Chow, Mitch McConnell's billionaire sister-in-law. Hake talked about this. This was so fascinating when he was talking about it. Go ahead. I know a little bit about it because I was watching the Hake report.
Already, shout out to Hake once again. Hake.
Yes,
Never
sir.
fake. Long story short, yes, sir. So long story short, I was trying to catch up on it, but you know how the liberals do. They always give themselves away. When they trying to hide something, you put it in the search engine, you can hardly find anything about it. So that already let me know they had their liberal Democrat hands all over this. Long story, like, why I didn't see nothing? Then they was seeing the story. They was like, they think that she accidentally threw the car in reverse and she accidentally drove herself into the pond. And I'm like, that don't make no sense. I don't been driving lots of years, and I don't threw the car in reverse, and I just didn't keep hitting the gas pedal to where I just happened to drive off into the pond. It's something. The fish is rotting in Denmark, and then the math ain't mathing with this or whatnot. All right.
You haven't considered. No, I'm just joking. I was gonna do low hanging fruit that she's Asian and a woman, but say what? That she's Asian and a woman, so a bad driver. But man, chat? What did Hake say about this? You know, I forget what his reporting was, but I remember. I think he confronted on his reporting on this. I think he confronted the conspiracy angle on this, and I forget what he said about it. And I honestly just forget what he said. Chat, do you know? Let me know. But hey, it's a little strange. I don't know too much. I can't really remember much of the reporting that James did. So, but I know that this was this got people's attention on how strange it was.
All right, so stay with me, Nick in the chat.
I'm in.
All right, so we already know we got the gloves on with Russia right now. We boxing it out with them. So we already know it ain't just no foots on the ground type of boxing match, and it ain't no warship and no aircraft carrier boxing match. It ain't no who got the biggest missiles boxing match. It's in 2024. It's a drone boxing match and a technological warfare and whatnot, meaning they can shoot something off in the air and knock out power, or they're playing war with the computers or whatnot, where they making your cars do stuff that it ain't supposed to do, shutting your cars off, making them go in reverse.
Cyber attacks
or whatnot.
This is what the media is calling it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm calling. I don't know what the media. I hardly watch the media. I don't watch nothing media or whatnot. And I know they definitely ain't gonna tell you what the heck is going on. Long story short or whatnot, I was wondering. I'm like, somebody owes somebody some money, or she got ties with somebody, and allegedly, this is what happens. You lay with dogs, you're gonna get fleas or whatnot. I just ain't believing she accidentally threw the car in reverse, and it just happened to go off into the pond when all these cars, the so-called cars, are hackable. They they got chips. You can get into them and make them do stuff that the person that's controlling the car don't want to make it do. Somebody can hack your allegedly your Tesla. So, all right, just follow me, Nick, because I'm about to go off to another thing.
I'm following.
So allegedly, they saying that this lady owned that ship that crashed into that Baltimore bridge. Did you hear anything about that?
Well, I'm aware of the bridge thing.
They said the lady that died in a Tesla car in Texas owned that ship or whatnot that got ran into the Baltimore bridge.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's what they trying to say. Okay.
What the?
So from what I'm understanding is that bridge is a major hub or whatnot for commerce. A lot of stuff comes through that bridge, and that bridge, if you knock that bridge down, that basically you shut off two sides of both sides of that bridge. Because that's how stuff gets. It was basically what I'm saying is that was a strategic move, and we already see what happened with that shit. The lights cut off. I've seen it in slow motion or whatnot. Shout out to YouTube on YouTube, and it banked hard and ran right into. Now you know the.
Well, that's because they said it. They were saying it's because it sounded like they confirmed that the ship had suddenly lost propulsion and power. But then they dropped the anchor. That caused it to turn, and but everything you're saying is definitely it's definitely something to smoke on. It's definitely something that sets off the internal bells. You're like, wait, that's a little strange. Everything you said so far, but it sounds a little bit like in your mind you're 100% positive. Like it's that this.
Well, no.
We already know the lights went out. Like for example, you said we just saw lights go out. We don't know why.
Well, they went out twice.
Right, but that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that everything you brought up sounds. I'm feeling the same suspicions, man. I'm just saying. Yeah. It also seems like it just sounds like it. It sounds like you already know.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Which is kind of a pet topic of mine on my show. So, thanks for letting me point that out.
No, you cool. So, Nick, the sky is white. The sky is green, Nick. Mm-hmm. We don't believe. You can say stuff to you.
And the lights on the ship turned off twice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is we already know the narrative or whatnot. They're going to tell you what they want. It's up to us, the Hake Report, the Nick Stream, JLP, that we able to see through the BS. Okay. Did you also know that the captain of that ship was Ukrainian?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh no way. So I read that they were foreign. A foreign team that were specialists in maneuvering out of this port.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I heard.
Okay, well, let me wrap it up real quick. I'm done.
No problem. It's all quite suspicious. Super.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to bring that to your great viewers.
No, I too found it all quite, and also the timing and the wars that are going on. I don't think it's unrelated. Yeah. I really don't know why. I sincerely do. I have no even thoughts on why. And but I think instability breeds certain things. That's as far as I could take it. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Yeah. Well, check this out. Well, we all over here in America, and if you like me or you got any type of common sense, we already see what America's doing with over there with Russia or whatnot. Everybody already. Well, I know. I don't know about everybody. I know that was American had their hands with that little attack over there at that concert or whatnot, and Putin knows it too. And America's been doing stuff or whatnot. So you mean to tell me you don't think that Putin's been doing stuff back to America tit for tat? oh, y'all want to do this? Well, I'm gonna do that. Because from what we seen, it looks like Putin's been holding his composure. You see what I'm saying?
He's not.
He ain't been responding back to none of the mess or whatnot that America has been doing, and I call it BS. I just think that America is doing a very good job, which they already know because they know how to blind the American citizens. You know, you can just watch the Trump trial and all this. How the liberals are so blind. Yeah,
it's like a movie, like 50 Cent just said the other day. It's like a movie. Yeah. I don't know. I'm bringing up something different, but it was 50 Cent remarking on some of the news going on now. But it really is like a movie. Sure.
But check it. This is something, Nick. Now tell me this. Tell me how the liberals move, and tell me if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear the liberals come out and I'm talking about FBI members, all that. Oh, this ain't a terrorist attack. Well, hold up. When have y'all ever been so quick to just jump up and say something isn't or is a terrorist attack? They don't even know how to roll with their own agenda and how they move. Like they don't never do.
My bells went off when I heard that too, right away. Not a terrorist attack. 55 minutes after, my bells went off too. And you asked me, how do the liberals move? You asked me, Nick, how do the liberals move? And I think that's such a good question when you really think about it for a second, because when you really think about that question, how do the liberals move? They move exactly like this. They as unreal as demented as they may be in some of their worldviews. Oh, they're transgender. What? You don't even believe in male and female? You are so crazy. You are out of this world. You're not even in reality. But here's something about liberals that conservatives don't get, where they are in reality is in terms of political power and things like that. They don't play around with that stuff. And that's how the world is. That's how events and politics happen. It's espionage, it's lies, it's voting, there's some of that too. But you see what I'm saying here? What I'm trying to say is that for all the demented beliefs the liberals may have, they are very realistic about politics. Okay, so yeah, that's how they move, man. Oh, you're breaking up. Art, you back?
Yeah.
You're back. You're back.
Everybody,
we're getting you now.
Everybody watch. Okay. Everybody watching that Young Thug trial and all this stuff going. I don't know what the white people are watching is keeping them distracted. And the new thing is Diddy Puff Daddy is the new liberal fall guy or whatnot, and he ain't nothing but a distraction. They just throw stuff out here just to distract you from stuff that you should be worried and paying attention to.
I get that the whole Diddy. Yeah, no, totally. I get the whole Diddy thing is very salacious and thrilling, and I get that. But at the end of it, what's the story here? Really, it's what seems to be the allegations are, and people in this industry commonly are. Not always, but some are in sordid lifestyles. So what's really happening here? What, a man with a pretty sordid lifestyle where people were involved, and by the way, the people who were involved are willing participants in the whole thing. So the whole thing is the whole thing is a little funny. They're all willing participants. So really, it's the world tripping out about something, making it way bigger than it is.
Exactly. And you know the crazy thing, you're right. You're right. The world tripping, but it ain't us. It ain't the conservative. It's the liberals. Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, she Diddy, he Diddy. He's a liberal, and he's getting attacked by liberals. But see, I've been trying to tell the liberals, y'all up here trying to, we pro-black or we pro-white, liberal Democrats, and as soon as they money start running short, as soon as them Clintons' money start running short, they come to get your money. So there it is. But go ahead. I'll catch up with you later, man.
Man, sir, it's nice to hear from you, man. Wishing you well as always, and I'll call me again.
Hey, well, tell Heck I'm gonna try to catch up with him on Monday, and shout out to Lord Bibby and all the chatter lights in the audience. So when I catch everybody later.
Right on, sir. Take care.
Hey, we rolling with Trump still.
Always.
Yes, sir.
the dream is gone and I can hardly stay afloat. You could ride in on a raven, baby. You could ride in on a dove. Makes no difference when you come round here. There ain't no politics in love. You could ride in on an eagle, baby. You could ride in on a road. Makes no difference when you come round here. There ain't no politics in love. Who the hell put these locks on my garden gate? I took a bite, but I swear
Hey, caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Justin, and I'm calling from Canada.
What's up, Justin? Out of Canada. Right on, sir. How you been?
Yeah, I'm doing awesome.
Welcome.
I was listening to your last caller there, and he was talking about like Diddy being a distraction, but is that whole boat thing like a distraction too?
Honestly, the whole freaking world is a distraction. Let's be real. The boats,
it's like,
the taking that in as anything more than a bridge fell and this boat went into it is speculation, and speculation doesn't really. It serves some purpose maybe, but it's mainly a distraction.
Yeah, right. It's like it doesn't. It seems like all that stuff is taking your eyes off yourself.
Yeah, man. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, and then you can kind of get lost into it because it's kind of like if you can't see something with your own eyes, it's like you believe in some conspiracy theory thing is almost the same spirit that's driving someone else to believe the narrative that's on CNN or something like that.
Big time, man. That's the real conspiracy. That's the deepest conspiracy of all. The conspiracy Satan's been playing since the beginning of time in the minds of man. So you're 100% right. And I was saying that about conspiracy theorists. And I'm not calling art that. There are real things going on. There's people with dark intentions in politics and all that.
Yeah.
There's real things going on. That being said, though, the other day I was saying about people who can't help but just go there. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not calling anyone that. I'm just saying the people who can't help but just go there to conspiracy and
totally,
and it's like their
man.
whole
It's
their whole
same.
worldview is that, and they invariably they're into all this other stuff like flat Earth. You know what I'm saying? And I find that cowardly. I find that cowardly because it's not. You don't really want to deal with the issue then.
I always think it's like when you get like either like it seems to be a lot of those like kind of rainbowish people, but when people come up to you and they're telling you like about this transgender craziness, or they're telling you about feminism craziness or climate change craziness, the conspiracy people are almost in their own version of that. It's just like anti-establishment or something like that, right? Because some of that stuff is definitely true, but it's like me trying to convince you that it is or isn't true. It's like it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It's like, and people, if you looked within, then you'd see what you should and shouldn't believe based on the spirit that's driving you.
And thank you for saying that, because that is totally what's happening with left and right, conservative or Democrat. They're fighting on this narrative in their minds. It's just, it's insane, man. It's totally insane.
I had a cool story I thought might be cool to share on your stream today.
Yeah, thanks.
So I'm in, I met you. I don't know if you remember me, but I went, it was probably in like maybe July or August. I went to church.
Oh, here in LA?
And yeah, man, yeah. And
did you have a big old bag?
Yeah, dude, I can't believe you remember my voice.
Yeah, man, I for sure remember you, dude. Right on, Justin.
Awesome.
Right on. Yeah, man. It's I totally remember you.
So when I was
played
there,
lacrosse.
I play ultimate frisbee.
Frisbee, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, I did have the huge bag. So anyway, Jesse kind of called me out there with the silent prayer, so I've been sticking with it for since then. And it seemed like the start of that really is like identifying the spirit of like the voice of Satan versus like the voice of God. Is like when you start to do the silent prayer, you start to see that more. And so I had like a life scenario where it wasn't like, it's not catastrophic. I started like sharing my income with a team member at work, and he was also sharing his income with me. And so I was putting
Can I ask
more
why
money
for
into
out of pure curiosity, and only if you can say? How does that even
Yeah,
work?
totally. Like, well, we're in a sales job, so we kind of just became a team.
Gotcha.
So and he's like my best friend. So, I could kind of see it when we went into it. I was like, I wonder if this is going to bring problems or not. But at the time, I couldn't really see a reason to not do it. And I was like, okay, well, let's just see what happens. Right. So we're 3 months into it. And then I was like, my ego was like, you're contributing more. And I was like, I am contributing more, because that was true. But throughout the past like 6 or 7 months, or maybe even more than that now, since I really went to church and been really focusing on trying to examine my own motivations, I could see that the voice telling me I was contributing more was the same spirit that's telling me to, lie to make myself look better, or tell this story so this girl was going to flirt with me or something like that, right? It was the same voice. I was like, I can't act on that. And then, so I just waited, and I didn't do anything, and I waited for a couple days. And then today I had I guess it would still be a thought, but it said, show him the numbers, like that I am contributing more. Because the first spirit was telling me to like break up the team. Like, don't be a team. Right. Let this guy do his own thing. You keep all your money. And then, but when the voice said to show him the numbers, I had like a little bit of fear about it. I was like, oh, why do I have a fear? Like I was scared to do it. And then I was like, oh, this is like, if I'm scared to do that, that means I should do that. I should like face that fear. So then I pulled the numbers out. And again, this is my best friend, so I shouldn't even really be competing with him. But I pulled the numbers out, and then we talked about it. And then he's like, I totally understand if I'm not contributing the same amount. And then we made a plan moving forward so we could realign that more. But if I would have acted on that first thought, I would have broken up the team.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for sharing this. I really appreciate it. I'm learning myself. I'm learning myself from this, honestly. That is so amazing. This is such an amazing story. I feel like you should tell it to Jesse, big time.
Yeah,
Jesse's gotta hear
I've
this.
never called into his show before. I was just like, you have like, he's got so many viewers, and it's kind of, you know what I mean? I'm like,
totally. Call early.
Call early. Call into that.
If you call early, you're more likely to get in. But definitely tell him this story. I'm sure he'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
But that makes so much sense, man. I feel like you just described. It seems like you just described, honestly, and I say seems because I'm gonna pay attention and discover myself. But I'm learning from that because it seems like those you really described the two different spirits that can control a person.
Yeah.
And everything the first spirit does can only be wrong. You know, you see how essentially you did the same. You sort of did the same thing with different flavors. You in both scenarios, the spirit wanted you to tell, your friend the truth, right? But if you had done it with the spirit of the first one, only wrong things could have happened. I think that's what happened, man, and that's why you should tell Jesse this story. I think it's an interesting one.
Cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, big time. I think that's what happened there. You ignored the first one, which could only bring bad, horrible things. But you still did the kind of the same thing. You told him, but it had a totally different effect and spirit with the second conclusion, because you weren't coming at him. You weren't. It wasn't a judgment. It wasn't coming out of resentment and fear. And instead, the fear was keeping you from. The fear was trying to scare you from doing it the right way and facing what it was. Facing what it was. You faced the thought that was telling you to be afraid of what your friend might think.
Totally.
I mean, I just explained it in a long-winded way, something that you were seeing clearly. But thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm loving what you guys are all doing there. And you know what's so neat? It's like my favorite thing about everyone at the network there is it's really not about, nobody wants to be a leader, you know? And like Jesse talks about, it's so cool because the stuff Jesse talks about, you don't really get it until you get it, right? Yeah. So he like tells you something maybe intellectual, but you haven't learned a single thing until spiritually you can see it for yourself. And then it just kind of clicks all at once and you're like, oh, okay, that actually makes sense. And so, yeah, it's like nobody there is saying you must do it this way. You know, it's just like,
I see what you're saying.
You see it for yourself and then act that way. And even if you do the wrong thing, it's like still see it for yourself.
Yeah, big wrong thing. Hope everyone can see that on my show. It's like I was anchor babies, hard on a sleep. Well, anyways, I'm following you, sir. I appreciate that, man. Is there anything else you want to say before we move the wheels?
No, that was it, man. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Where from Canada are you from again?
I'm in Alberta.
Oh, you're from Alberta. That's cool. I spent some time in Calgary.
Yeah, I know. You told me. Yeah, you told me that when I was at church there.
Oh, right on, sir. A pleasure. Call me again.
Wonderful. Take care, Nick.
Take care.
San Francisco, where the forest meets the bridge. I thought I saw you standing there, and then you fell into the well. But that was many years ago, and I am so much older now. My brother is a soldier now. I can't see him anyhow on a hilltop in the wind. And you swimming up tide or just tuning in radio stations. I left my love in San Francisco. That's okay. I was born in a plane. I left my love in the room. That's okay. I was born in LA. I left my love in San Francisco.
Hope you're enjoying your flight so far. What's up, 3D, the not me? I've never seen that name in the chat. Appreciate that. Welcome. He or she is asking about Los Jodidos. We love Los Jodidos, right? Where they're not called Los Jodidos, they're called Los Judidos, which means Jewish. We love Los Judidos. They're only called Los Jodidos if they have anger. Okay? And there's lots of those people in the world. Jodidos, maybe I shouldn't say that so much. It's kind of a groseria, which means cuss word in Spanish. We love them. We love them. And we also love our first class super chatters and ballers. You know, it's thanks to the ballers. The ballers keep it going. They fill up the tanks. They fill up the tanks of the plane. They keep it fueled. And we appreciate all ballers. Thank you. No baller discrimination or hate here. Matthew with the super chat says, right on. I wonder if that was in response to our Canadian friend there. Right on. Please sit in the Ballers Lounge. Lin Yan Chin, sir. Of course, we have a baller. Make way for Lin Yan Chin, the baller. Grasp of inner stillness can reach the point of lowered resistance within the nervous system, dropping to near quartereth normal resistance, near doubling neural transmission. So my 72 IQ works like 140. Lin Yan-Chin is describing some of the abilities his body has. He can overclock his 72 IQ half black brain into amazing levels. Very cool. He has a back-to-back super chat here. He writes, I tried to call right after surging in virtual IQ, but the call failed twice. Now this droning has negated the virtual IQ, leaving me with my base frame rate of 72. Thank you, Art. Lin Yan-Chin, thank you for your super chats. Appreciate that. You know, I don't have a call waiting like other people, so you just have to be persistent. But thank you. Vasco, thank you, sir. Make sure you're sitting in the Ballers Lounge. I appreciate your super chat. And Carver with the super chat says, hearing the art allegedly again warms my soul. It's warmed all of us. Thank you, Art, for calling in. Thank you, Carver, for being a baller. Please sit in the Ballers Lounge. Thank you, sir. As you can see, the chairs are very comfortable and roomy. And as always, we have bottomless drinkies and snackies. Amazing. Okay. British Airlines Flight 112 to London Heathrow International. Things are going well here. No complaints. I think it's time to get to this European insanity I wanted to show you. I think it's time. I do declare. We're talking about the British. You know, we're having fun. We're doing our thing. There's nothing, there's no real news to get to. And I see calls too. Could you just call me in a bit here? Give me a little couple minutes here. Some patience, please. Because, you know, we talking about the British and their food. I got some trivia you might find it fascinating. We talked about Ramadan. Look, here's another here's another tradition, cultural practice in consuming food that you might find interesting. Do you know what an intolerant, what is it called? Intolerant. How do you pronounce this? Intolerant?
Intolerant.
Nope, not that. That's the word intolerant. Not the word intolerant. Intolerant. I'm going to go with intolerant. Doesn't that sound like a bird? Intolerant. I feel like that's something, that's how you would pronounce a bird name. I'm talking about a specific kind of bird. Hold on. Maybe that's not how you pronounce it. Give me a sec while I pull this up. Ortolan. Ortolan. An ortolan. Do you know what an ortolan? It's a type of bunting. It's a type of bunting. Which a bunting is an old world seed-eating songbird related to finches. Which is all a type of passerine. Okay? So that's all a type of passerine, okay? Which includes more than half of all bird species. Sometimes called perching birds, okay? They're birds, okay? They're birds. They're birds. The intolerant bird. I got to tell you about this. Look, in my travels, in my whoa, we got a baller alert. Baller alert. Frederick from LA. Ladies, please, and be gentle. I'm joking. Ladies, please. The Ballers Lounge is making room for one more. +1 here on the Ballers. Frederick, LA. Thank you, sir. Says, what's up? Make room for the Pharaoh Gang. OPIFC. What's that stand for? Appreciate that, Frederick. That's awesome. Thank you. Sit in the Ballers Lounge as I tell you about ortolans. Okay, I need to tell you about this bird. I know you want to hear about the news. Oh, what's going on? Look, we did a bunch of that this week. Right now, I got to tell you about this bird, which is a bunting. which is a type of passerine, which is a type of finch. This is an important bird. Okay. What's important about this bird is the way it gets eaten. Let me describe to you what these French people are doing. Okay, they need Jesus, like anybody needs Jesus, but the French especially. I don't know what's up with the French here. Ortolan buntings. This tiny little bird, this little bird is eaten as food. Okay, what do you call this dish? What do you call it? I'd like to know the name of the dish. Okay, it's just called an ortolan bunting. Okay, it doesn't have a name. That's the name of the dish, I believe. Which, by the way, is illegal. You might wonder, why is it illegal to eat this bird, Nick? Why is it illegal? Well, let's first talk about how this bird is prepared. This bird is caught in a net, okay, during autumn, their autumn migratory flight to Africa. Okay? Oh, dang, hold up. Before that, we do have another baller, 𝒐𝒊, baller alert. Please sit amongst the ballers. Make room for another baller coming in, 𝒐𝒊. She writes, Nicolas, can I be in a segregated ballers lounge? I mean, we have those. Would you care to tell us why? 𝒐𝒊 would like segregated ballers lounge booth. Set that up for her, please, flight attendants. We have a baller, and ballers get their way. The French invented the guillotine. That's true. But let me explain to you. Let me tell you about the ortolan bunting. You catch it with a net. It's flying to Africa. Okay? Migratory flight. They're caught by the distinguished and discerning Frenchman who's feeling a little peckish. He acquires one of these ortolan buntings. He keeps them in a cage. Keeps it in a cage or a box. The birds are kept in total darkness and fed seed, grain, millet seed. Due to the stress and of being in the dark, these little birds then gorge themselves. They just nonstop eating, all the way to even doubling their size, okay? They double their bulk. The birds are then thrown into a container of Armagnac. Armagnac, which is a brandy, a kind of brandy, okay, thank you, Wikipedia, produced in the Armagnac region in southwest France, okay? That's why it's Armagnac. Okay, it's not Armagnac unless you don't get it from Armagnac. Like champagne. Now you might wonder, what's the purpose of putting the ortolan bunting in a container filled with Armagnac, which you then seal? Well, there's two purposes here. This serves two purposes. One, it drowns the bird, but two, it also marinates it, and it marinates it, seeps it in. It's in the Armagnac, in this delicious Armagnac, okay? Now, I've read some accounts where the bird is then roasted. It could be, I could be wrong, that it's eaten right out of the Armagnac, but I'll read this here, where it's roasted for 8 minutes, then plucked, okay? Here's where it's important. Here's where you consume, you now have your ortolan bunting, which now has fatty liver disease from its engorging. Okay, you've roasted it, you've plucked it, you've served it. Okay, you have your ortolan bunting. You're ready to eat this already almost offensive, decadent meal. You know, considering that it's like foie gras, right? If you know anything about foie gras, you overfeed ducks until they have fatty liver disease. It's almost horrific, yet delicious, right?
So the bird is roasted. Now here's where you now have to follow. You now have the bird in front of you. You now got to follow. You now have the bird, okay? The ortolan is then eaten whole, with or without the head. The consumer, the consumer places the bird feet first into their mouth while holding onto the bird's head. The ortolan is then eaten whole, with or without the head. The consumer spits out the larger bones. Okay, you got to imagine this scene. You got this bird, feet first. You're using two hands. You're eating this bird. You're just sucking down on this bird, and you're using your other hand to pluck out the bones as you're gorging on this delicacy. It's not over. That's not over. You got to understand the traditional way of eating these. That's not even the way you eat these. The traditional way the French gourmand eats ortolans is to cover their heads and face with a large napkin or towel while consuming the bird. The purpose of the towel is debated. Now you got to see this. Look at this. You see this? This is a man eating his ortolan bunting. You see his fat sausage fingers. You see this person's fat sausage fingers holding the napkin that they're covering their gullet with while they're gorging on this ortolan bunting. You see this? Look at this. This is like an Eyes Wide Shut party. Who wants to film a movie about this with me? This looks crazy. Well, I lost my appetite. Have a good night, y'all. Now you might wonder, what's the purpose of this? What is the purpose of the towel is debated. Some claim it is to retain the maximum aroma of with the flavor as they consume the entire bird at once. Others have stated tradition dictates that this is to shield from God's eyes the shame of such a decadent and disgraceful act. Yeah, what's wrong with the French people, man? What's wrong with the Frenches? I think the second reason is the true reason, to shield you from God's eyes, which is a funny thing to even say, right? Didn't Adam and Eve try to shield themselves from God's eyes? Good try. You can't shield it. So the shame of such a decadent and disgraceful act. This is what people be doing. Wow, I feel sick. This is how I eat my cereal. Nice, LNC. Nick trying to drive us all back to the Hake panel. Is that still going? Is Hake still at it? No, the Hake panel's over, I think. Yeah. Bon appetit. They don't think God can see through the cloth. Are they dumb? Man does many silly things, right? I bet you didn't think you'd learn about this, huh? I like appropriating cultures and
amazing
learning.
content creator.
And I like spreading that knowledge, okay? Spreading trauma, I don't know, call it what you want. It looks like we have some footage.
Alors là, je vais commencer à manger mon
J'ai commencé.
Alors je le prends.
Je prends,
Et
meaning I
cet ortolan, il est
take, or
brûlant,
I
n'est-ce pas? Alors je le mets, voyez-vous, contre la joue.
get all the juice.
C'est chaud. Et là, chose qu'on ne devrait pas faire et qui n'est pas très jolie, je commence à le prendre et à lui sucer le derrière.
What? I don't know what she said. What are you doing, lady?
Vous pouviez déguster ce que je mange moi.
There's something truly offensive about this. There's no way God wanted us to be. It's like someone. I get this feeling whenever I see like a tub of cheese sauce, for example. Like a tub of cheese sauce. Like this shouldn't exist. Like out of all the atoms and molecules in the world that God, all the good, perfect, beautiful molecules and atoms of the world, man was not meant to put them together in such a big mass. Like, let me think. I'm not getting any pictures here. Huge tub. Here, huge tub of mayo. I get this feeling when I see like I don't have any problem with mayonnaise. I know some people do. But seeing a huge tub of mayo, like it shouldn't all be collected all together, all in such a big tub. It's almost an offense to nature and God. It's decadence. It's just too much. It's like
I get the same feeling when I see something like this. There's no way God, like, obviously we can enjoy things, but no way that, not that he really cares, but there's no way he's looking at this woman go like, oh my God, ortolan. And he's going like, look at this crazy woman.
Et pour le manger,
je prends le manger.
on prend la serviette, on met la serviette comme ça. Et
C'est quelque chose comme ça. Yeah, I wear it like this.
sort l'ortolan sous la serviette. Alors d'abord,
And
ça
I'm
permet
under
d'avoir
the serviette. I know that because of the French song. Sur, wait. Sur, Soudan, wait. Sur Soudan, avant derrière. Sur Soudan. Right? Sur, under, dans. Things you learn in French class, okay? Look at this ridiculousness.
Vous pouvez mastiquer l'ortolan, c'est pas très gracieux.
It's not that I dislike cheese sauce. I'm just saying it should not be collected on. It's such a large amount. It was never meant to collect. Sur means on. My bad. Not over. Sur means on. It's just it was never meant to collect at this level to this amount. This amount was never meant to collect.
Oh, que c'est bon.
Le malaxé,
She's like closing her
et
eyes
les-
while
les
doing this.
sucs s'extraient des os, de la chair, du sang. Enfin, c'est délicieux.
C'est délicieux. Oh man. Ortolan buntings. This is some eyes wide shut type thing. You gotta love it. I mean, you heard it here first. Restaurants need big tubs of cheese sauce. I was thinking that too, Terry. What will restaurants do if they can't have big tubs of their decadent sauces? Is a fair question. It's a dark business that they peddle in when you think about it. Truly incredible. Okay. Flying beautifully here. No problems, I don't think. Night sky over the pond. Which one's the pond? Is it the Atlantic or the Atlantic? Flying over the Atlantic. Oh no, actually there's a city beneath us. What the? Those are lights. That's not ocean. Whoa! Where are we? Hold up. Shouldn't we be over the ocean? Or maybe we're like somewhere in Canada. I think maybe it's like Canada or something. We might be somewhere in Canada. That's what's going on. Halifax, maybe? Restaurants are degenerate. We got some magic though to land in London. Don't worry about that. Don't hit a bridge. Kick back. Thanks. Little ad action. Thank you for the patience.
invadir una casa en United States, ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla.
Test, test, test. Am I muted? I'm muted. I'm so dumb. I was muted. How long was I muted? We had the music going and I was definitely muted. Sorry. We had the music going and I came off of the music and what happened? I was telling you about Elon Musk. And the reason I kicked it off because, you know, I was saying about Ramadan and this white guy who was getting bullied over his eating during Ramadan. Elon Musk was saying something here. He was saying, modern Western civilization has extraordinary empathy compared to its power. This is also arguably its greatest weakness. With the nuclear bomb, America could have subjugated every nation on Earth with ease. Hitler and Stalin would have certainly done so. Instead, America helped rebuild Germany and Japan. There is no historical precedent for a nation with so much power helping rather than destroying its defeated enemies. Nice. I appreciate that, Elon Musk. It was an interesting thing. He kicked off he's responding to a conversation here, and let's go to the beginning of it here because he's responding to this news on the freeloading migrant influencer who's mocking U.S. taxpayers who work like slaves. And you know about this guy, showing you his videos. He's the guy. This guy. They're saying he got arrested maybe. I don't know. But, you know, this guy is super viral for amazing reasons, really revealing how in my opinion, a lot of migrants feel. I think even legal immigrants, even people with families, so-called nice, decent people, they want the hookup and they'll get it over the people already here. Anyways, Elon Musk quote tweets that, says the video speaks for itself. Getting in on this conversation. 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍� getting in on conversation. This is not unlike when I've previously been told by noble Arabic-speaking immigrants that the West is akin to a woman to be mounted. And, you know, that's a lot of people feel that way. Entitled people looking to see what they can get out of America. I wrote an article recently about cultural theory of mind, writes 𝒔𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔, is specifically that the West lacks it. The West thinks that some of the values it views as laudable will be perceived by others similarly, whereas in many instances these are viewed as signs of weakness, ripe for exploitation. Absolutely true. Double sound feedback. I know, I gotta put my gain all the way up. I'm sorry, folks. This is like this is the only thing I can do right now until I get like a different setup. I've tried working out the buzz here. Is it super loud? I've tried dealing with the buzz, but not too sure. Anyways, you know, I was saying this about like Mexicans. It's a different morality and it's fundamental and it has to be talked about. Like, for example, stealing is bad, but if I'm hungry and my family's got to eat, then it becomes good. People don't think about these fundamental things, but it's that fundamental. And that, even just that, is so different. I don't know what to tell you. It's incompatible is the word. You know what I mean? Incompatible is the word. You know what I'm saying here. So, where was I? Did he go further? He goes further here. But I'm getting something prepared here, so just hold on. Just hold on. We're getting the magic going. Let's begin with a drum set.
Listen for an explosive live sound. The snare should be crisp and the cymbals should ring. If they become harsh or flat, the speaker's high frequency response is peaky or distorted.
Folks, we are getting close to London Heathrow International. Appreciate all the patience and all that. So what can I say? You can call in 760-515-3855 if you want to get it on and jump on the air there before we get our landing going on here. So we're getting pretty close. Let's see here. Let's see here. 6,000 feet. Let's see. Uh-oh. We're going too slow. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. London Heathrow International. You're seeing the lights of London. Oh, whoa. What's going on? Why are we slowing down? We're shaking. Everything okay? Oh, that's why. Our throttle's all the way down. That's a mess. You definitely don't want that. All right. Flying beautifully. Folks, what can I say? What else do I have for you? I mean, do I have anything else for you? The duck drowning dish. No real news going on. I had some funny videos. Pitbull attacks a Siberian husky at the dog show. You know, these are you'd have to assume that these are trained dogs, right? That the trainers are good at what they do, right? Oh man, I can't really. I gotta focus on this. Sorry, folks. But yeah, I had some other videos, I guess. Folks, just kick back a little bit. Hold on.
From?
Hey,
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
This is Frederick LA calling from the Ballers Lounge.
How you doing, sir?
Ice up here for this Henny, man.
Hey, right on, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate you being a baller and calling in. Right on.
What's going on? I'm just saying what's up. I ain't got nothing going on.
All is well, sir. Thanks for calling in, breaking the show up a bit here as we land. You know.
That's right.
Thank you for being a baller.
Great. No, not a problem.
Nice.
Not a problem. Me and Hassan about to make some music.
I'm waiting for that.
You know what's up? You ready for that?
Yeah, big time.
All right.
Hassan's super talented.
I keep you posted.
Hassan's crazy talented.
Big bump jumping in there too.
No way. Next level. Can you guys do a stand-up? Bring Joel and do the stand-up again. Do another stand-up verse for us.
That's right.
Nice.
We might get it cracking.
Nice.
But what's going on in the news today? What's going on? You got anything?
I can't say anything about news. It feels like it's pretty slow actually. Not much going on. What can I say about news besides what we've talked about this week?
Kind of took the news cycle.
That's true. The Candace firing. Yeah. What do you think about all that? That's really what's taking up the news cycle, don't you think?
Yeah, but I think it was a game. You know what I'm saying? It was all she was planning 4 months ago to leave that job, so it wasn't like.
I heard people say that. Yeah, is that what you think?
Yeah,
you
think it was like
kick over a chair when you're on your way out?
A way to get out of a contract or something like that? Yeah, I've heard similar speculation. Can't say I know.
You never know. It's all tricks and mirrors. It's always tricks and mirrors.
Now they're saying
smoke and mirrors or whatever.
I someone in my chat was saying that a reason was given finally or something like that over the firing. Is that true? Do you know anything about that?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with them.
No.
I'm international. You know, these politics are both saying the same thing in a different language. They just
That's
sending
true.
more of y'all's money overseas. One caller got mad last week, or not? Yeah, he called after me. He was telling
Oh,
all
what
my,
happened?
he's like, man, veterans get tax benefits or whatever. Like, I don't know why that makes people mad for.
Oh yeah. I remember now a little bit, and it was like it was over. It was because you were asking because it's something you commonly ask for, right? Reparations and all that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but you know, if the person was bringing up some like military benefits or all that, personally, I would do the same thing if I were you.
Exactly.
And so
Everybody
it's
would.
neither
You know
here
what I
nor
mean?
there, though. It's no biggie.
I
Honestly,
bet you even if Trump said he was going to give out reparations, all the whites would be for reparations all of a sudden.
but in what do you really think he would do that? Like that just doesn't even sound like Trump.
If it'll boost our economy, it would. If he's spending the Federal Reserve's money, he might as well spend some on us. And he'll say, look, white, it'll boost your property value so amazingly bigly big.
Bigly.
You'll thank me because their property value is going to go up and yours will too. Just go take the loans out, do the little
Why do you
trick and use
think,
the loans.
in your opinion, why do you think white people would accept that?
Why? Because their grandsons, grandkids already going to have to pay off the debt. Their taxes is just being taken for the heck of it. It ain't going towards that debt. They fairly spending money. So they think they paying off a debt or his taxes is going to me. His taxes is going to a debt that ain't going to never be paid off. Come on, man. They need to quit crying about what I'm getting.
I don't think that's
and
why
worry
whites
about
would
this.
accept reparations. Although I honestly think sincerely,
Yeah,
in
they
large
gonna run-
part,
they
I
say-
think they would. I think if you, in my opinion,
They'll
in
say
large part
forget
they would
China's
be
money.
like coming out. I think a large part of them, because they look. Have you ever seen those demographics maps? If it was just all white people voting, or if it was all just white men voting.
Yeah, I
you
see
notice
what you're
they're all like Christian. They're largely Christian and decent. So I bet you a whole bunch of them would come out against it too. But I don't think that's why they would accept it.
The
I think the
same
reason
ones
why
that
some
keep
whites would
saying that
accept reparations is
Christians, they
because
come
they're
out-
angry, just like blacks.
Right, the same Christians that come out and vote are the ones that send the money to Ukraine and Israel that most Americans like. They like, hold on, what are we doing? They ain't got no choice but to vote for politicians that's doing what they want to do. They're not doing what the American people want them to do, and they're waking up. They like, why are y'all keep sending? That's why they trying to defund the government and quit sending money to Israel or putting stipulations on it. These politicians want their jobs because they starting to get voted out. If you keep sending money to Israel, you're not going to be my governor or mayor or senator or congressman. And they say, okay, we're hearing you. Anti-Semitism is spreading.
Anti-Semitism is what?
It's spreading.
And you think that's a good thing?
I think it's God's plan. You know me, Nick. I ain't going to say it's a good or bad plan. But, hey, maybe everybody need to take a look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I look at what?
I look at the lie. That's what they need
And what
to
is the
look at.
lie, if you can?
The lie is that the Roman Catholic Church created Jesus in 325, and it's fake Christianity, and they've been going along with it since the beginning, since the 800s. These whites from Russia and Germany went and told them in Russia that their bloodline was connected to David and had somebody commission their bloodline to be the bloodline of a man that never existed. How much you have to pay
That sounds crazy.
to get a... Yeah.
What
It
you're
does
saying
sound
sounds crazy.
It's the truth, though.
And why do you
But
say?
it is what it is.
How you know?
Because 800, look up. You will not find... Never mind. I'm just going to quit talking about intelligence. Y'all don't believe in intellectuals or knowledge. Knowledge is...
It's over for us. We don't even believe in thoughts.
Yeah, I know, right? It's over for y'all. I'm wasting my breath. But it's all good. It's all good.
Well, right on,
In that
sir.
little amount of time, they wrote themselves in the history.
Well, right on, sir.
Yeah. But the bigger problem is when is Trump going to decide what side he's for?
What do you mean?
Instead, y'all going to have to do something.
That's not clear?
Figure it out yourself. No, he got foreign policy. He needs to have some foreign ideas, not just
like what?
I'm praying for y'all. I'm gonna do what Congress tells me to do and send y'all money, but I'm praying for y'all and y'all need to figure it out. Come on, man. That ain't how it's gonna go.
Why do you say that?
And that borrowing money and then loaning money to Ukraine, like Trump's talking about, yeah, that's gonna go good. When you already know how that's gonna go. When Putin just say, yeah, we'll take
really
that money
think-
and all them with him.
Why? What do you think Trump's going to do with all that, with the wars and all that?
He ain't gonna tell you. We're gonna see. He's gonna get in there and it's gonna be watch. Just wait and see.
And he's going to do what, in your opinion?
He's his plan so it can get shot down. Huh?
He's going to do what, in your opinion?
He's gonna go along with the Congress and do what puppets. He's gonna keep sending money to Israel and everywhere else. NATO and.
But you don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. There's a right way to send money to NATO and all those places. There's a right way to do that.
It all depends if Israel get into a war with Iran and Yemen.
But you know what I mean by there's a right way of doing that? If someone is with someone with strength, when you have someone with strength in charge, the whole thing changes because then it becomes actually about security and peace in the world. But
yeah,
anyways.
right. We've been paying for their security for 10. Man, you know how many?
Yeah, no, I agree with that, man.
Yeah,
That's
right.
crazy.
Get out of here.
No, I 100% agree. I personally don't see Trump like that, though. I think he's against that whole establishment. And that's why they don't want him there. I really believe that.
To Jerusalem to start this, Jared and all of that. You're gonna find
That
out.
doesn't mean what you think it means.
Yeah, all them peace deals fell through. That's exactly what that means. He's not liked over there.
Frederick, sir.
Look who the Saudis are playing with.
Who are they playing
Saudis
with?
ain't on.
They were playing with America, no?
They was when Trump was. They was making
Exactly.
deals, but now they playing with
That's
the
what I'm talking
BRICS.
about.
Yeah, they not no more. They hooked up with BRICS.
I know. What a mess.
Yeah, it's sad.
Frederick, sir.
But
it's
been good.
I would love
You
to
guys
expand
call
on any one of these topics, man. Can you call me back on one of them? We're about to land.
Oh yeah, we'll do. Maybe Monday. I got you.
Call me again, sir. Always
call you
pleasure.
Monday. All right. Yep.
Take care. Hope you've been enjoying this flight so far, folks. We're going to land in London soon. Folks, we've landed in London. Your local time is 1 a.m. It's an absolute pleasure, folks. Thank you so much. Ooh, squirrely. We need a break. Your local time is 1 a.m. Look, make sure that before you get up and you start messing around with the overhead compartments that you do be careful, as they may have shifted here in our trip here. And on your way out, thank the lovely flight attendants who will be happy to help you on any connecting flights and all that. We made it, folks, and I appreciate you being with me. What can I say? You have many options of flying, but we appreciate your continued patronage here on Anchor Baby Airlines. Right on. We did it. We done did it. We done did it. We landed, and that's it, folks. Nick, it's England. You're on the wrong side of the runway. But incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I think this buzzing is me, this mic. Anyways, folks, that's the show. That's Nick's Stream. That's Anchor Baby Airlines. Make sure you're tuned in, you're subscribed and all that, so you don't miss it if I go live on a Saturday, if I do any Saturday shenanigans in business. Make sure you're subscribed and all that so you don't miss it. Hey, it's amazing. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and your weekend. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all Sunday and, of course, Monday. As always, thank you. And take care.